Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought we'd do something a little bit more fun, a little bit more different. So we're going to talk about male beauty gurus and the perfumes they wear.
Girl, bye, get out, get out, get out.
Alrighty, first come, first serve. We're going to talk about James Charles. Hi sisters! Now James Charles has a very unique taste in perfume per se. Especially watching through his vlogs, I noticed that he has this perfume on his bathroom counter when he was walking through, which is Decadence by Marc Jacobs. Now Decadence by Marc Jacobs is a unique choice, especially because it has notes of saffron, plum, and vetiver. Now this is a really kind of push-pull between masculine and feminine, which I think is a perfect image for him, especially because he likes to pull that whole androgynous masculine and feminine aspects within himself. So I think that was a really good choice of him to pick. And Decadence is just like a really unique perfume overall. Now I'm fully aware that Decadence comes in like kind of like purse, handbag kind of a shape.
Purse first, purse first. Walk into the room, purse first.
It's very luxurious, it's very pretty, and it's ultimately feminine, but the smell is kind of bordering on that whole androgynous kind of level. So I kind of respect James Charles for picking something like that. And if he is kind of going to go for scents like that, I would suggest other perfumes would be like Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel, especially because it is one of the kind of like those early 2000 fragrances that kind of bordered on masculine and feminine tones, especially because it has that patchouli and like rich dark notes in the base, but it has like these fruity notes of orange and has like these rose elements and florals in it, and it kind of really borders in between the two. So I think Coco Mademoiselle would be like a really good suggestion for him. So if he ever wants to pick that, then go for it. Another good perfume that I would suggest for James Charles that borders on the line, although it might be a little bit too strong, would be Black Opium. Bruh, I'm editing this right now and I just realized that I said Black Opium instead of Black Orchid. Ugh. I think he might like that choice, but if he doesn't like the normal Eau de Parfum or the Parfum extract that's out now, which recently came out, I think he should go for the very rare, kind of hard to find Eau de Toilette, which comes in the all black bottle right here. I think that's a really good choice. It is a lot more lighter than normal Black Opium, and it's a lot more fruitier and a lot more feminine. A lot of people say that's the more feminine version of Black Opium, so I would suggest that one for him as well. Alrighty, next up we're going to talk about Patrick Starrr. Patricia Estrella. Now Patrick Starrr is like a really larger than life, opulent, grandiose beauty influencer. I think he kind of has a really great backstory, especially from working from Panera and coming from there and where he is now. It's really proud, and like congratulations on his makeup line, One Size. I think that's a really good like branding right there. I think I would love some if you could send me some, you know, send me some PR.
That I realized in high school was that the girls and the gays have to stick together.
But yeah, one of the choices that Patrick Starrr wears is really surprising to me, especially because it is a wedding scent and it is a white floral oriental that I see, and that is none other than Pure Poison by Christian Dior. I do think Patrick made an excellent choice in picking this, especially because it's a white floral oriental fragrance. It's really big, it's really opulent.
Opulence, you own everything.
It's bigger than life. It's just really grandiose, and I think it's a fragrance that really matches his personality or his online persona per se. So yeah, I think he did a really good choice in matching it. Other fragrances that I would suggest for him, I would say maybe try out the rest of the Poison line, see how you like it, as they are kind of similar in DNA. Also another fragrance that he might want to try, what is a good white floral oriental? Oh, there's one by Lancôme called La Vie Est Belle Eclat Eau de Toilette. Not the Eau de Parfum, but the Eau de Toilette. I think he would like that a lot. Kind of has like that same vibe, but it's a little bit more sweeter and a lot younger. So I think that would be like a much more better fragrance for him. Yeah. Alrighty, next up we have fellow Latina, Manny MUA.
Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío.
Now, Manny MUA is a really good makeup artist. I think he's one of my favorites just because he is a fellow Latina.
I didn't ask to be born Latina. No mas chiva suerte.
And he just does really good makeup overall. I think he has a good fusion of masculine and feminine attributes that contribute to his facial features, especially the beard and the makeup that he does. And I think they're really good tips to have, especially if you're kind of going into that kind of realm. So the perfume that he actually wears, I found this out through Twitter, is Shawn Mendes by Shawn Mendes, which I was like, what? Like, you don't wear like a Chanel, a Dior?
Except for Serena.
But you know what? I think that's good because you're saving coin. Celebrity perfumes don't cost that much and they smell really good. And I don't think you always need like the most niche or the most rare perfume to like kind of give off that whole opulent kind of aura. But yeah, I think it's a really, really good fragrance choice. It is a perfume with notes of pineapple and maple syrup, which are attributes contributing from where Shawn Mendes is from, Canada. So yeah, from my understanding, I think Manny is a gourmand girl. I think he loves gourmands a lot, especially since that perfume is very, very sweet. Which like matching Manny's personality, I do think he's a very, very sweet person when I do watch him. So I think it matches his kind of like aura a lot. And I think it's a really, really good choice. Other perfumes that I would suggest for him along the fruity, sweet kind of line, I would say try Escada perfumes, although I might feel like he might have tried them already. Escada perfumes are really, really good choices. And if he's a sweet girl, why not go for pink sugar? I think that's a really, really good option for someone that loves gourmands and sugary sweet scents. All right, next up, another Latina. We're gonna talk about Gabriel Zamora.
Let's keep it 100. Keeping it 100. Let's keep it 100.
100 people can be in a room and 99 don't believe in you.
Gabriel Zamora is a really, really good makeup artist. I've been following him for quite some time and his journey. And the perfume that he actually wears is kind of a really good choice, I want to say. It's very different from the other previous perfumes that I selected or like found out about. And that is My Heroin by MAC. Now, I know that he wears this personally because he was the face of the advertisement for the MAC campaign. And also to note, I think he's one of the first beauty gurus to get a fragrance campaign on a worldwide scale. So I think congratulations on that. But yeah, I think he did a good job in securing that position, but also the fact that he even wears it, I think speaks volumes because it is a leather animalic kind of a scent. It's very, very different. But this perfume is a very like tobacco, dark leather kind of a perfume. And it has like these very, very dark, animalic, rich kind of notes. It's very, very different. Now this is classified as a dry wood. Now, if you guys don't know what a dry wood is they normally classify within animalic families. You normally find notes like ambergris, leather, cashmere and within this family. So for him to pick a fragrance like that, I really do like applaud that because it is very, very different and it's a very different choice. Although it is still a feminine fragrance, it still harbors on that kind of androgynous kind of tone of it all. So I do think he did do a really good choice in picking that. Other fragrances, if he is into leather, I would suggest is Bottega Veneta by Bottega Veneta is a really, really good choice if he's into that. Another good choice that I would suggest for him, and it's an oldie but still a goodie, is Cashmere Mist. If he's really into animalic, dry wood kind of scents, I think that's a really, really good option. And Cashmere Mist is like an icon, I think it's an animalic perfume with dry woody hints, but it's still very soft and it's a lot more feminine than most that I smell in like the general population of fragrances. So yeah, I think that's a really, really good option for Gabriel Zamora. I think if he ever tries to shop for perfume, go for that one. All right, next up, we're going to talk about Tariq Ali. Now, Tariq Ali is a really, really good beauty guru. I've been following him for quite some time also. He's a fellow Parisian girl, girls that think they're like from France, but they're really not from France, but they want to live in France so bad. But he actually lived in France for quite some time. I know he lived in Paris for a couple years and now he moved over here to Los Angeles. And he does really good personal vlogs. He's very political on the stance as well, which is something that I really admire and I really look up to. I think especially beauty influencers or influencers in general should speak up and state their opinions and speak about things that are going on in the world, and I think that's really important. But onto other things that are really important about Tariq, I think his choice of smells are really, really around the gourmand kind of area. I noticed that he doesn't really have any kind of perfumes or colognes around his apartment. Any vlogs that I try to watch of him trying to catch anything here or there. But he does have candles, and I noticed that he does wear Forever Mood candles, or he lights up Forever Mood candles. I'm sorry, that was a mistake. But yeah, I know that he likes those candles, and those candles normally tend to be gourmand, sweet kind of scents. Normally, I notice when I watch his vlogs that he always has the candle called Caked Up in the background. Now, Caked Up is like a very, very sweet sugary kind of a candle. It normally has notes of pistachio, coconut, and vanilla bean. And for that reason, I would suggest for Tariq to go into the Laura Mercier why can't I talk? Into the Laura Mercier counter and get Almond Coconut by Laura Mercier. It's like a really nice, like sweet, oriental, coconutty, like, it kind of reminds me of buko pie. I don't know if you guys ever like been to the Philippines or to like a Filipino bakery, and they have like this thing called buko pie, and it's just like a really good coconut pie, and it smells just like that. I would suggest for Tariq to get that, or another good one that I would suggest is Dolce Garden by Dolce & Gabbana, which is even more sweeter and even more coconutty. So I think he would like some coconut gourmands, and those are really good suggestions for Tariq. I love his channel. I hope I meet him one day. Alrighty, next up let's talk about Bretman Rock. Now Bretman is a really funny character online. How does he do that? But I really love his aesthetic, I really love his humor, and I really like his makeup and the way he does it. And plus his confidence is just really, really off the roof, which is something to admire as well. I noticed that one of the fragrances he wears is J'adore by Christian Dior, and I only found this out because I was researching everywhere. But luckily, through researching through his Instagram stories and going way back, I finally found out that he wears J'adore. So I noticed that a way long time ago, he got this PR box by Christian Dior, and it had a bottle of J'adore, and he said that he personally wore that fragrance and he was spraying it on him and stuff. Now J'adore is advertised as like this liquid gold kind of fragrance that has Charlize Theron as the face of it. It's just kind of like this really big, opulent, grandiose as well kind of perfume. But for him, especially because he's a beach boy and he lives in Hawaii, I would highly suggest the Eau de Toilette version, which is called Enjoy. Now Enjoy is much more of a fruitier, lighter, beachier version of the original, and it has added notes of peach and sea salt, which give off like this very tropical but fruity beach kind of vibe. So I would highly suggest J'adore Enjoy for Bretman Rock, because I think he would like that, and it kind of suits like his very relaxed Hawaiian vibe, but also his grandiose, hilarious personality. So yeah. Alrighty, now switching up into someone that's a little bit different, not necessarily within the makeup realm, but within the hair care realm, and that is Brad Mondo. Now I've been looking at Brad Mondo for a little bit now, and you know, looking at his videos, and kind of interesting. I really like his channel. I really like how he talks about hair. It's kind of like how I speak about perfume, so I really like to see someone with a similar passion in a different field. So I really couldn't really find much information on Brad Mondo, but I highly suspect that he wears Japanese Cherry Blossom by Bath & Body Works. And the reason I suspect this is because his hair products, his ex Mondo line, actually has the same similar notes within his own line. It has the notes of Japanese Cherry Blossom, the white musk, and the sandalwood notes within his own fragrance line. So I thought that was a really interesting thing to place like similar notes within the two. But yeah, I actually thought that was a really cool thing to implement something that you really love. Oh my god, this contact lens. Ow. Yeah, I thought it was something really good to implement something that you really love into your own kind of products, especially because if you are going to wear the scent and you love it enough, then why not just put it in there? So yeah, I highly suspect that he wears Japanese Cherry Blossom. If I were to choose a fragrance for him, if he does wear Japanese Cherry Blossom, and Japanese Cherry Blossom is kind of like more of a mature, floral, oriental kind of a fragrance, I would suggest, oh, Alien. Alien might be a really good choice. And if you can't find it, get the Alien Absolute by Tariq Ali. I think that would be an excellent choice for Brad Mondo. Alright guys, so that concludes our video on what perfume beauty gurus wear, the boys edition. If you guys want me to do a female edition on what the female beauty gurus wear, please let me know in the comments below. Now don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up down below to show your love and support. Also click that big red subscribe button down below, and while you're at it, hit the bell, that way you guys be notified whenever I post in the future. If you guys would like to follow me around my fragrance journey, all my links will be around the screen. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Stay clean, stay fresh, smell good.